Hey everyone, welcome to Monify, and today we are gonna build a full stack mini project. Okay, so let's see that what we are going to need in this project. So basically, we are going to need like these are the prerequisites that you need to that will be needed to make this project. So be sure or make sure make sure that you have all the knowledge that is required in prerequisites. Okay, so. You need to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That is base. You need to know that. And basically, in this project, let me just show you that what we are going to do. So, like, we have to create a navigation bar, and also this navigation bar have some links like home page, about page, sign up page, login page. Okay, and also this nav bar should be visible across all the pages. Okay, and homepage uh like what content should homepage have. So this should have a welcome note, like something like welcome to our website. It's a landing page, so we have to do that. And this is the right time. Okay, this is not required to you. You can be creative as well, like what you want to add. You can add more things and images or whatever you want. Okay, about page, anything that you want to, like screenshots and whatever. The main thing we are going to learn in this project is sign up a sign-in page that is required, and we are going to do that by making all the Node APIs for the backend, and also we will see the front end, like how we can just connect our backend to front end. And yeah, this is it. We have to do this, and we have to keep these fields mandatory. Okay, for the registration. And this the user should be registered only if password and confirm password field contains the same string. Okay, the user details should be registered in MongoDB Atlas. We are going to use MongoDB Atlas, which is provided by MongoDB. And there should be a login form with the following fields: username, password. So we are going to log in the user by username, password. And the authentication while logging should be using middleware. Okay, it should be using middleware. Once the authentication is done, user is able to log in. It should take the user to the home page. So once we will receive the token from the login authentication, we have to move the user to home page of from the login page. Okay, and the username of the user should be visible over the navigation bar. Okay, we have to show the user also on the navigation bar. No matter the user is navigating to another page, it should be there. Okay, a logout button should be also appear on navbar. If the user clicks on it, he she should log out, and username from the navbar should be disappear. That's great. Routes we have to make is post, get. On the post, for the post user detail, we have to post the registration form. Get all the users details. Okay, uh get for the getting the details of the particular user. Okay, we can also do that. And patch put for the something like we have to change you updating the user details or anything. It will be done only use admin by admin. Okay, also we need to create a delete route, so where we can delete any particular user if not required. And middlewares we have to create like authenticator, validator, and user logger. Okay, uh this will log the username of the user along with user role once they log in log to the log.txt. Okay, we have to create a file log.txt using a module of fs file systems, and we have to log every user when they are going to log in or log out. Okay, and which will validate the role of the user while updating and deleting. Also, the validator middleware going to validate that what he is an admin or user. Okay, and after that he can delete or update the data. Great. Authenticator, this will authenticate the user login, allow the user to log in. Okay, so basically this is going to check if the user is valid or not and found in database or not. Okay, that's it. So let's just plan like how we are going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to open this pen tab, simple. And in this pen tab I'm going to draw something like, see, first of all, we we need a login form here. Okay, and this is our database. Suppose I can take any other shape. This one. This is our database, and from this login form, we have to send all the details to the database. Okay, for registration. And once the user is registered, we are going to use more form, one more page, that is login page, to authenticate the user. Like if the user is already available, we can simply log in to them if the user wants to log in their account. Okay, this is what we are doing for the login and sign up part. And also we have, once the login is done here, like authentication is successful, we have to generate one token. Okay, and this token is sent to this particular uh, user, and we have to store that token, and we have to use every time whenever we want data from the database. Okay, this token will verify that the data which is coming from the client which is asking for the data is verified or not, like it is logged in or not. So we need authenticated token basically. And also what we are going to use for storing the token, so we are going to use basically our Redux, and we will use Redux to store the state of the login and logout. Okay, if the user is what I can say, logged in once, then we have to store that token, and once the user log out, we have to basically say that like remove that particular token. Okay. So we will going to also we will also need to update the state of the particular token. Now, before going ahead, I'm going to tell that this video is going to long because it's a full stack web development. So basically we need to create all the backend and all the front end from scratch. So make sure that you watch this video if you want, like it's depend upon you if you want in one flow or something, but this video is going to long. I'm telling you that. Now uh, let's see that what we are required for making this project. So as I told you, we need JavaScript. Okay, we need React framework to work on, like we are going to make the front end by React. And also we have a knowledge of JSX. Okay, because React uses JSX basically. And we are going to use Chakra UI basically because we are going to need a front end. So we don't need to make all the components by ourselves. There are pre-built components which we can use to, you know, fast our production of the fast our development. And after that, we are going to need Node.js knowledge, like how to use Node.js of and MongoDB. Of course, we need database, so MongoDB Atlas. You have to know that how to use. Packages we are going to use is Mongoose to connect our Express application to database. Okay, and we have also the knowledge of we need also knowledge of Express. And after that, we are going to need NodeMon to restart our server every time we make changes. And I think that's it. We need these things. We have no If you have a knowledge of this thing, then you can proceed with this project. But if you don't have knowledge of all this, I will say that please go first learn all these things, then come back to this video, because I'm not going to teach everything from scratch, like how to use it and all the things, because this video is going to be very long if I do that. And also it's not possible to teach all the things in one video. So make sure you know all these things before proceeding with this video. Okay, so that's it. Let's start. One sec. So the first thing we are gonna make is our backend API. So let's just do that. So we need a folder, and we are going to say full stack mini project. Okay, and then just open it. Well, okay, now let's initialize our backend project. So I'm going to do it very fast. Just type the command npm init y. Now we need packages, Mongoose, Express, npm I install, basically install Mongoose, Express, node-mon, okay, .env for environment variables, and we are going to need, for right now we just need this thing, so just enter it. Now we are going to make some folders, not folders, but yeah, we will not also need folders and also need package files. So let's just make file like touch index.js. Okay, I'm so sorry, I just done a mistake here. Okay, I think here something is wrong. Okay, I have written the wrong spelling of install and okay, it's now done. Now we need touch.db.js. Okay, one file here, db.js. Again, something wrong or what? Yeah, it's working. And we are gonna need some files. So I'm gonna say make directory, and we need middleware file where we will store all the middlewares, and mkdir. We are gonna need routes. Okay. Mkdir. We are gonna need what I can say. Models, basically we are going to store the users, so we're going to send models. Now all it's done. Now we are going to add our index file to the JSON folder. So we are going to need server, and that server will have node-mon and index.js. It will run our thing every time. And now let's connect our database first, meta connection. So we are going to require const mongoose is equal to require mongoose. Okay, let's just say const connection and is equal to mongoose dot connect, and here we're going to need our MongoDB URL. So basically we are going to use MongoDB Atlas. So if it is opening, let's see if it's opening or not. Okay, just log in. Okay, let it log in first, and then before that we are going to need a .env file here. So let's just say .env. This .env we are going to store Mongo URL equal to in this. Also we need port, so let's just say port is equal to 4000. Okay. Let's just go that our cluster is open or not. Yeah, it is open. Now click on this connect button and choose the second option, connector application, and copy this URL. Okay, once it's done, just paste it here and give the password. The password is the password which you have created when you created cluster. Okay, when you created cluster, use the same what I can say, user and password. Okay, and now we are going to give our database name. So basically we are making a application which have some post or anything. So I'm going to name it something called Insta. Okay, just say our database name is Insta. So yeah, so we are going to require this thing. So I'm going to say require .env the package which we have installed initially, the .env package .config. It will give all the environment variables in here. The process .env dot whatever the variable name, you have to copy it and paste there. Okay, so our database is now like have the URL, and next we are going to export this. So module.exports is equal to connection, because we are going to start this connection in this index.js file when we run the server. So let's just make our server const express is equal to require express. Okay. Once we get this, let's make const app is equal to express, just invoke it. Now we are going to say app.listen, and we are going to pass the port. So I'm going to require that post require .env dot config. Okay, and I will say const port is equal to process dot env is equal dot the port which we have written. Now just say I'm going to listen on this port, that is 4000, and I'm going to say this is our callback function, and say like console.log server is started on port number, like let's just say the port. Okay, now also we need to connect our database. So our database is basically like what I can say is kind of asynchronous process, connect with the asynchronous process, so we need to make it async function here. Okay, and also we need to make try and catch block, so we can catch any error if it is getting problem in connecting with the database. So we'll say await connection, and just make sure it will coming from the DB, and just enter. Now simply log it like console.log connected to DB. Okay, and if there is something error, we will say console.log error. Now let's see just how it's doing. Like I'm going to start the server now, npm server. Okay, I have done some mistake, like npm run server. Okay, and as you can see, our database is connected and our server is started at 4000 port. Now what we are gonna need here, let's just check if it's working or not. So I'm gonna say app.get, and here is our home, and just say rest request and response, and I'm gonna say rest.send, and the message should be API is working fine. Now just let's hit this endpoint local storage on localhost, and as you can see, our API is working fine, like the server is started. Now we have to make a user route, so we can simply do all of the authentication process. And let's just create a route here, but before that we need a user model basically here. So let's just create a user model dot js. We are gonna need require like const mongoose. Okay, we are going to make our schema and model, so require mongoose. Okay, now let's const, we are say user schema, and say mongoose dot schema, and we are going to put whatever we want, like We want, like, if you go there, we need a user to have this kind of things: username, email, dob, role, location, password, confirm password. So basically these are the input fields, but basically we need all these things: username, email, dob, role, location, password. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy this and just paste here. Okay, and similarly I will put username. Okay, and mm, you can make a here, type we need to be string and required to be true. Okay, basically it says that our username should be string and its requirement is true, like you can't proceed if username is not available. So it's basically validating the data before putting in the database. Okay, now just say now we are going to need here, email. So let's just pass email, dob, great, role, great, what's the role, and the location, where do you live, basically location, and everything is perfect now. Just yes, that's it. So basically there should be only two roles, that is the user and admin. So you can simply put whatever, admin, explorer. I don't know what they are saying, but let's just type password. Okay, I think yes, it's done, I think. Yeah, yeah. So we have this data now, and I think we left one thing, that is password, basically. Type string required true. Okay. Let's just make our model. This is a schema of, let's say const user model is equal to mongoose dot model, and we are going to pass that it's a user, and I'm gonna say this is a collection name, basically user is, and user schema. Okay, then let's just export it. So module dot exports is equal to, and we're gonna say user model. Now we are going to the route. We have to create one folder, like user dot, not folder, that file, routes dot js. Let's say const express equal to require express. We are going to need const user router is equal to, now we are gonna invoke the express dot router function here, and we are going to use user dot router, and whatever coming on the, this endpoint, we are going to say request response, and we are going to return all the users, maybe. So rest dot send message all users. You can simply export this. So module dot export is equal to whatever the user router, okay, the name which we have given, And here we will need we will come to the index.js file, and we are going to use a middleware here, simple middleware like app.use. First we need middleware like express.json, which will convert our all JSON into object. Second, we need whatever the routing is done on user, okay, it will go in the user router. Simple. So all the things which is coming on this particular thing, it will go on the user router. Let's just see here. This is what we getting, like all the users will come here. Okay, now let's just make our Thunder client ready. You can use Postman if you want. I'm going to use this one, localhost 4000 user. Just get. Okay, every time I do that, it says not find. I just use this one. Okay. What it says, get users is not, cannot get users. Uh, okay, that's weird. The database is connected. We are trying to get all the things from the users, and it will going to route this here. And now we said that okay, okay. Why I have used route here? Okay, so sorry. Actually, that I have done the mistake. Sorry. So let's just send again, and you can see here all the messages coming here, like all the users are here. Now we need to register the user. So basically what we are gonna do here, we said user router dot post, because we are going to post a register data. So I'm say register, okay, and we are going to request res. And if you want to you know uh, validate that every user should be unique, so here we can simply say that we need a that data only which is at the time of registration, which is actually unique. So I'm gonna say here unique should be true. Okay, so every time we're gonna post this data, we required unique email. So it will not replicate the same user every time when we are going to register. Okay, it will throw the error like no, it's not the same. So let's just go to the router and say the registration is here now. So as we know that our database operations are done in asynchronous method, so we need async functions. Now let's just put this data in the whatever we're receiving from the Thunder client or client, you can say. So we will say away new is equal to, and we will say user model, and we will pass the request dot body. This is our data which is coming from there, and we will say data dot save. Okay, this is a method by which we are putting one data in user database. We will also need to try catch here, because when it's going to throw the error we have to catch it, and basically it is going to throw the error because like it will throw the error because you are if you are trying to replicate the same user, so we definitely need to catch it, like what's the problem happened. So res dot send here, if the data is successfully saved, in the database, we are going to say that user created or something like that message. Okay, like, yeah, user registered successfully, and we will say here res dot send. If any error, we will say error dot message. Now let's just try to create a user here. So I'm gonna say just post a user, and on the user we are going to say register. Okay, on the register endpoint it's going to post the data. So in the body we will require name. I forget about name, I think. Let me just check. Are they saying that we have to use name or something? No, we just need a username. Okay. So also two things should be unique, like name and email. So I'm going to say that I just go to the user model, and I also just do this for the username, because at the end we are going to sign in with username and password. So it should be unique, so we can just log in the user. Now once it's done, we are going to send a request, and we are going to say username here. Make sure it is a string because we are sending JSON, and username I'm so sorry. Username should be SAURABH Saurabh, and I'm just saying that. And email should be something like that. SAU4478 @gmail.com. Great. Also, you need a kind of DOB or your DOB. So I'm going to say 15/7. Just a second, I got a call right now. Yeah, so we are back here now. What we are doing, we are sending the DOB. So you can say 12, and now we are going to need location, and we can say Varanasi, and your password. What you are going to keep your password. So let's just say I'm going to keep my password something called Saurabh. Okay, simple password. Anything from else we needed? Anything we need, like is a model. We have a DOB. Yes. Okay, we need a role. Okay, so I'm gonna say admin. Okay, now just send this to the register endpoint, and let's see what it says. And it says user registered successfully. Like we have successfully registered a user. Let's go to the MongoDB and click on collection, browse collection, and you will see here Insta database, and in user you can see here your DOB, your role, your location, your password. Yeah, that's great. And now, okay, you can see a version key here. Okay, if you don't want this version key, we can simply, just let me delete the data first. Delete it. If you don't want this version key, so we can simply go to the user model, and we can pass one more setting here, version key, and save calls. So it will not give you again the data same versions for that thing. Now let's just send, and if you go there and refresh it again, and as you can see, we are not getting any version key now. Now let's try to send it again, same thing. So it says app crashed, um, something like that. And let's say what is duplicate key error, basically that your the key is duplicated, and that's why it is not going to register the user. Let's just see if the our register is registered or not. As you can see, we are not able to register the same uh, person with same email ID and user ID. But one thing I am worried about, like we are simply crashing the application, but not sending the proper, message that the user is already existing or not. So I'm not going to use the, uh, you know, I don't know why it's happening. Error dot message. We are getting the error here, and say registration successfully. Basically, but it's automatically sended the error. It's cached the error basically. So what we can do here, we cannot use the same thing. You can't, in user model, we don't need to use this unique key. Basically, what we can do, we can create our own middleware and check if there is a data is available or not. So I'm going to say that email validator, okay, or email and username validator. So simply just name it validator mid validator, or you can say whatever you want. You can say user validator, just simple. User validator.js, and we're gonna need const express, not express, but we are going to need user model and mongoose. So mongoose equal to, okay, is equal to require mongoose and create a function and make it async function user validator. What it will going to do, it will going to take request, response, and next. Okay, and it will check like if you say let data is equal to await user model dot find, and we are going to pass the username is equal to request dot body dot username, and email should be also. You can verify it by email or username. So I'm going to, okay, just we can say or, okay, here we are going to use or app or method. So I'm going to say or here, and we are going to take two things like if okay, just let's go to the documentation because I forget a sentence. So MongoDB cheat sheet, and once you get it, you can go there and you will see a CRUD option here. Okay, just go back, and if you go there, you can see um yes, we got it here, I think. No, yeah. So I'm going to that say that we are going to say that if or and what we are doing, we are comparing username, okay, is equal to request dot body dot username or email, okay, is matching with the given email, request dot body dot email. Like if there is something that is matching with these things, it will get that data in this data variable, and it should be array. Now we can check if this is, if the data dot length is greater than 0 or not. If it's 0 means there is some there is a data related to that, and that means the user is already existing, so we don't need to re-register it. So what we can do here, we can simply pass the send the data that user already exists. So rest dot send, and we will say that message user already exist, okay. And if it's not, then we can simply say next. You can simply register it, and we have to use this validator on the registration URL, okay. So we can say here if request dot path is equal to user, like slash user slash register. If this, then we have to check this, okay. Else we will say simply next, like we don't need it. And we can simply export this. So export, or you can say module dot exports is equal to, and we will say user validator, and go to the user model. And now user model, you have to go to the index.js, and here we can say above this app dot, maybe you can keep it down, app dot use validator, and this validator is maybe you can skip it above, because we need that after the router. So yes, uh user validator, okay. So every time if it's the data is matching with the database, so it will say that user already exists. So I'm going to send this again, and let's check. You can see here it says user already exists, okay. Let's just try to remove change the uh s123@gmail.com, okay. I'm going to change the email but not the username, and let's say send this again. It says again user exists, but now I'm going to change the username also s123, and now let's just send it, and it says user registered successfully. So our middleware is working perfectly, okay. And now we can see that we have two data in our database, two documents. uh Great, we have two documents, and these are the things. Now uh we have created this um yeah. So now we have created a validator, and we are successfully validating that if the user is already exist or not. Now we have to make a login thing. So go to the user route, and we have to say, no, don't say anything, just login, just post login data for that. So I'm gonna say login, okay. And here we're gonna need our request and res, and we will check if user is already set. So the same thing, like we have validated the user like that. Now we are going to validate the username and password, and if it's matches, then the user exists. If it's not matches, then basically no user exists. Maybe a password is wrong or something, okay. Let's just try it out, okay. So let's just say if you can make it little bit dynamic. Like if you want to check if user is exists but writing a wrong password, then what you can do here, we can create two variables like email, like is email, okay, is equal to false. Let is password is equal to false. Okay, now what we can do here, so let's first find that data. Okay, let data is equal to await. Now make sure you are using await, so because it is asynchronous method, and user model dot find, and you can simply say request dot body. It will going to find this thing, but I'm going to just first find the email and then password. So uh you can do it also, like first find that particular uh thing by email, and hmm, okay, let's just keep it simple for right now. I'm going to simply just verify the user. If it exists, we can simply say, yeah, if it exists, we can, like if data or length is greater than 0, we can say that user exists. So that rest dot send. Now here we need to send a token, okay, and else we on else rest dot send message username and username or password, okay, something like that. Username or password may be wrong, okay. And this should be in try and catch blocks, so definitely you can put try and catch here. And also we have to catch the error, so rest dot send that something is error, okay. Message error, so you can simply say error dot message. So once we post on the login, we are going to check if data is, yeah, if user is available. If user is available, then definitely we are going to send something. So I'm going to set that login successful, okay. And the next thing I'm going to say that token. So where do we get this token? So basically we are going to use a package called JWT, JSON Web Token. We can search on the Google like JWT, and once you visit their site, they will tell you like how they are going to generate token. So basically they are taking the payload, some payload and some signatures, and with the help of that they are actually creating a key, like something like that, okay. They're creating a key, something like that, and these keys basically are randomly generated, and every time you log in this key will be different, and with this token we can verify that the user is authenticated to your database. If the key is wrong, they will not able to access that data from the database, okay. So how can we use this package? So basically you have to again go to your terminal and say npm I jwt. So there is no package called jwt, this is JSON web token. So try to install like that, and we are going to also see their documentation. So I'm gonna say npm JSON web w token, okay. This is the URL. So if you go there, we can see some documentation like how we can create a token. So here it is. So first step is to import that. So I'm going to import it basically, and here we're gonna say jwt and just keep it const. Now the second step is to create a variable called token, and when we are going to generate this token, whenever you are trying to log in. So this token is created whenever you're trying to log in, and you can simply put some payload. Like I'm going to simply put like request.body. Okay, and here should be your secret key. Basically your secret key is your form is from your side. You can use any secret key. Okay, whatever you want, and this secret key should be passed when we are trying to decode this token. So I'm going to just type my name as Saurabh. This is my secret key for this particular token, and once it's done, we have to simply pass an option like how much after how much time it should get expire. So if you want to do that, like let's just put option called so I'm going to create a const option. Okay, and is equal to, and it will have one key called expires in. Okay, and it takes simple, like if you type some numbers like this 1000, that it means 1 second because it is 1000 milliseconds. So I want my every token should expire in 2 minutes. Okay, so let's just say that we need 1,20,000 milliseconds. Okay, so in this means it is 2 minutes. In every 2 minutes, the token will get expire. So that means they are not the user is not able to use that particular previous token to access my database. He have to again log in that and again generate a token. So let's pass the token here. Okay, we are sending that token. If you are gonna also send a user name there because we need a username. So just say simply you can put a data called like user details. Okay, the details which is required to show on the navigation bar we are going to send here. So I'm going to send name. Okay, username is username basically, and you can say request. Maybe you can say that mm, data of, because we have one data in the particular data array. So what we can say, data of 0 dot username. Okay, this actually give us a username. So, and if you want also some details like email and all the things, you can simply put it like that and you will send the user to the client side. So now we are done with that. We are successfully generating the token and we are doing this, and let's try it out. We are going to log in our first user. So go to the new request. We need a username and password. So just say that like that. And I have also done something mistake here. Like we have to search for the like no. We can say that yeah, it's will work. It will work. Don't worry. Yes, it will work. So we are sending the username and password, and we are trying to access it, like login the user, and this will going to send me a token and user details. So let's send it, and as you can see, it login successful. We are getting the token here. Okay, and also the user details, like what is the username of that particular user. Okay. Yes, that's the thing. So yeah, it's done, I think. Now this token is basically valid for 2 minutes. So whatever the operations you are going to do with the database with that particular token is just valid for 2 minutes. And after that, you have to re-log in into your account to access the database. Now, if it's done, now we are going to see. Um, Okay, the thing which we are you know doing this, let me just, the thing is, this middleware we are actually doing without middleware. So what we can do, you can simply segregate the code and make it a middleware. So what I'm going to do, we are going to simply say authenticator Node.js, and again we need this thing again, like I'm not going to write again and again everything. So I'm just doing this and user model, and this request dot path is equal to login. If it's login, then it will work. And simply we can say that, request dot body. We can, what we can do now, simply we can paste all over the things. If request dot path is this, so we will say authenticator. Okay, and now we are going to the user routes, and whatever the written in the login, we are going to do it here. So just check this out, like copy it out, and okay, copy, and we have to go to the authenticator, and now just paste that, and we need to import this basically. So go to the user routes and take this JSON web token here, and in authenticator you have to put, like, import like that. And if user.login is this, path is this, we are going to simply try this, and when it's done, if it's done, we will say that, after that we will say next, that user is login. If you want that, like, if you want that, we can simply, um okay, what we can do, we can keep this message in login route, and here if we just, if user exists, we can say next. Else what we will do, we'll send this response, and else if it's not this path, basically we are say that else just next. Okay, yeah, that's it. And we don't need this here, so what I'm going to do, go to the routes, and here we have, okay, just delete this and say this, like, if it's done, rest does this, it will go to the next and send the user data. Just dot send, and this. But before that, we are going to need this token. So we will say this is the token, and also we have required this, and now we are not required this thing in there, so remove it. And also we don't require Mongoose, so remove it, and format document. Now use validator, we will say authenticator, send the authenticator. And when we are going to use this, we are going to use this after registration. So go to the index.js file and say app.use authenticator. It will authenticate on that route every time whenever someone going to post the user credential. Let's just see here, register, login. Um, let's say, yeah, all done. Let's just try it out again. Okay, new request. We are going to login, send. Connection forcibly closed by peer. Status error. Let's just see, is our app crashed? Let me see what happened. Data is not defined. Username, data, or username. Okay. That's great. So let's just go to the authenticator and see what happened. Like we are passing the okay, yeah, it's right, it's right. So actually we are okay. Basically we are taking the data here but not there. So what we can do that we can simply hmm, 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 hmm. Yes, so we can do something like that. We can also, you know, okay, it is, yes, here. We can do one more thing, like we can simply take that data. That data is equal to user.data, like await user model dot find, and we will pass the request dot body, and here we will take the user data. Okay, we can do this. So if it's authenticated, like user is available, we can simply get that data and send to the user. That's it. Now let's just send it. So we are getting the user data and all the things. Okay, we have successfully logged in. Now user logger. So the log this will log user name of the user along with user's role once they log in into log.txt file. Okay. So whenever we are going to log in, okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to simply log that data that who is logging and who is not, like log out, logging out. Also maybe they are saying that okay, simply we have to check if the user is logging only. So for that we can go to the user.routes, and once the user logged in, again we have to actually keep in the try and catch method. So let's just try and catch, and if it's something error, like let's do send, and here we can send simple message like user already not done sending that. Something went wrong. Okay, something, or you can say simply error, yeah. Error dot message, that's it. Let's try to next thing. Data. Yeah. Once we get the data, we can simply, also write that thing in a file. So we are going to require fs response. Fs is equal to, that is file system basically. Okay. Require fs. Once we get that, we are going to say fs dot read file, not read file, write file, sorry, write file sync, and here we're going to pass the path. So I'm going to say this, and we will say that just log dot txt. Okay, and we are going to pass whatever we want, like we have to give the path, the data which we are going to write it. So I'm going to write the data which is actually, we have to create that data first. So I'm going to say log data. So const log data is equal to username. We can do something like that, username, or maybe we can use this. Username is this, that is what we are getting this from here. And role is this, and this will log into the data in there, and you can simply pass this log data. And we are going to need data we have done. Now options, if you want, you can simply say UTF, in which encoding we have to set like UTF this, and this will going to write our data in a log.txt file. So let's just log in once, okay, and let's just format this document so it will look a little bit clear. Let's just log in once. As you can see here, you will get a log.txt file here, and it is giving you that what is username and what is role every time. But don't do this, okay? Don't do this. If you try to write a file, okay, with write file sync method, it will again going to replace the previous data. So what you can do here, append file. And now if you will do that, let's just sign in again. As you can see this. So I think there is something problem. Let me just see what is that. So append files basically takes here path and a callback function. Okay. So I'm going to give a path like, again, I told you log.txt file, and data which we are going to write. So log data and a callback function if there is something error. Okay. If error, throw error. So this will basically going to do your work. Now just go and check it out. Going to send the data. Now if we go to the log.txt file, as you can see here, we are receiving every time new data. But what we can do here, just wait a minute. There is something problem, I think. Yes. Go to the user routes, and we can simply keep /n here, so it will come every time below the line. I'm logging 3 times, and now just let's see log.txt, and as you can see here, we are getting it. Now let's just try different thing. So I'm going to say Saurabh. This is my username, and SAU focus Linux. Not password is my Saurabh, I think. Let's just see. Username and password are wrong. Okay, let's check this out. Like what we are getting, like what we have. Okay, the Saurabh has a capital S in the password. Let's just put this data, and we are logged in. So let's just go here and check it out. Okay, you are getting the username and the role admin again. Nice one. Now we are successfully created login and sign up page. And we have also checked all the errors and handle all the queries, whatever needed. Let's just you know Also, we can send the role here. Okay, I'm going to send the role also. Data.0.role, so that we can use on the front end, like, hmm, who is this, a user or an admin, to show the, some particular options to the admin and the user. Okay, I will take some rest and then we will start again. Okay, so now we have successfully created this, the thing, the this thing. So we can now, simply use this validator as a validator. Okay, so we will get going to create a file called user logger, and .js, and again we are going to the user outs and simply copy this. So just a second, we'll need this here, the whole thing, copy it, and just delete this, go to the user logger and just say require, just paste it here. Okay. And create a function name that is okay, that is async function, and it is user logger, so let's say use user logger. And again we need to pass request, rest, and next, and if slash login, so we have to do this. So we can simply, we don't need to do this, we can simply use this logger to, in this particular way, but I think it's a great way to, first check, so we can do that, like request dot path is equal to, we have to check it if user slash login, and just this, if it's this, then we have to only perform these operations, and once if it's done, now we have to say next, else we have to say, if it's not, then we have to also say next. And so if it's done, then we have to say next, and let's just yeah, that's it. First it will check this, then this will going to use this logger, and then it will going to, put this in the file, and it will say it is next to the next row. So let's just use this validator in the index.js file, and we will use under authenticator. Okay, app.use user logger. So we have created the user logger, but we haven't actually exported it. So let's just say module dot exports, and we are going to say user logger, and we are going then the index.js and say user logger. And let's just check this out, like it's working or not. So right now we have a log.txt file, and we are going to again send a, so again we have forcefully, you know let's see what happened. User model is not defined. Okay, we haven't actually imported the things, we have actually copied it when. So let's just say user model, and anything else we require, I think we are good to go. We are good to go. So let's just go and send a request. Again, we are having some problem. Let's see. FS is not defined. Okay, that's the one more thing we are actually not taking care of. So just go use a logger and keep it like this. Now let's just send one more time. Yeah, done. Now let's just see our log.txt file. Yeah, it's working fine. And now we are going to index.js, and yes, these are all our validators, middlewares basically. And now we have performed some we have to create one more validator, that is it's called role validator. Okay, so I'm going to name it role validator .js, and we are going to say here async function and role validator. Basically it will verify the role of the person, user, that is admin or something, and after that it will work on update and delete. So let's just say next here, and we are going to say that if request dot path is equal to only user. Okay, and if it's true, then we have to check is equal to user. Then we have to check the role. So we are going to take the basically when we are going to save it, basically we are going to pass the role as a parameter in the body. You can say as a parameter, so that it will check if it is admin, then it will going to allow you. If you are not, then it will not going to allow you. So it's depend that where you are sending that parameter, in the body or in the headers. I think there should be more of the things, like, I think so. So let's just see things, like if we say request dot let's just say role is equal to request dot params, not params but query, right? We are going to send it as query if the query has a role, and the role is basically, also we have to check if it is method is this and this. And here we have to say that if request dot method is equal to patch, or request dot method is equal to delete. So if this condition are fulfilling, then this function is going to run. So we are going to say that if role is equal to admin. Okay, if admin, we can say next. Okay, we can perform all the things whatever we want. Else we can this dot send permission not granted. Okay, permission message, permission not granted. Okay, and if it's not this, then we can simply say next. Now we can simply import it, export it. So module dot export, and we are going to say that user, what is the name of that? Role validator. Role validator. Let's go to the index.js file, and we can simply say mm, here we can simply say So yes, we can do that. App.use role validator. Basically, we are passing the role also, so we don't have to check it from the ID basically. Yes, it's done. Now we will going to make a route for the delete and all the things. So what I'm going to say, user router dot patch. Okay, if we are getting some patch data and we are going to pass the ID, so we can just uh, make the changes in in that particular document. So we are going to say request res, and if it's done, we are going to say try and catch, and we will say let date let or we can say simply await user model dot find and update find by ID and update, and we are going to say just take the ID from here. So I'm going to take the ID, so let ID is equal to, we will say request dot params, and we are going to pass this ID here, ID, and the payload also we have to take the payload also. So the payload should be request dot body, what or the payload we are going to check, and it should be async because it's something operation in database. Once it's done, we will say rest dot send, and message should be data updated. Okay, rest dot send message error dot message. It's done now. Let's just try to update something. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are just passing the ID to that and we are patching it. Go to the request on user, we have to pass that ID of that particular user. So I'm going to check it from the ID here, and we will take ID of anything, like I'm going to keep this one, and we're going to send this and we are going to patch it. So let's patch, and what we want to patch like there suppose we are like location. Okay, location, we are going to change location, and I'm going to say Mumbai, and that's it. Let's just send it. Data updated. Data updated. Hmm. Let's refresh it and then see. It should not be done because we are not sending any role of that particular thing, but it's updated means our validator is not working. That is role validator. So what I have done here, request.path is equal to user. Okay. So what I can do here, we can simply do something like that. ID. If this is something like this, then we have to check it like if this and request.patch or delete, then we have to check it if role is equal to admin, then we have to set the next, otherwise we have to set permission not granted. So let's just go with there here, and let's say Varanasi. Okay, one thing I have done wrong here, I think. um no, I think I have done everything right. Let's just see, maybe it work this time. No, it's data updated. Why it's not working, I think. User dot ID And let's just what happened. I mean, let's just console this first. Let's just what is coming there. Request dot, or you can say simply yes, request dot path, and also say request dot role, and let's just send it out. Role validated. So we are getting the we are not getting the role because we are not giving the role. So yes, that's true. It's just undefined. And we go to the role validator. We are checking that if its method is equal to patch, and if role is this, then we have to go to the next. And let's just see if it's coming inside it or not. Then we will working. Okay, it will be going to console if there is something. If it's going inside, so let's see. So as you can see, the thing is, what is this? What is this? What is this? Role validator, role validator. It is not going inside this. So means you basically what we can do here, mm, we can simply, okay, just comparing the path here. Okay, okay. What we can do here, we can simply do this. If it's uh yes, we can simply just remove this and we can do this. Okay, we don't need a path of that because we are just operating with one data like where delete and post. Um, yes, but for the time being, we are just checking this first, and we will see. So it is saying the permission is not granted because we are not doing that. We have to change one more thing like role validator. Go to role validator and let's just try to just make this for only. Okay. I think we can do this something like that. We can do something like that. Why it's something doing that? Inspector identifier permission by a particular inspector. Okay, let's just say we are going to pass. Okay. Uh, it's done. Okay. We can do something like that. We will go to the index.js, and here we have used this user logger role validator. So what we can do here, we can simply pass users. Okay, on the users, it will only work on users. That's it. Okay. And it will check on the patch and delete methods only. So now it will say working if it's done. Like, so it is saying permission not granted. Okay. So every time we are going to send the data, it will work only on users now. Where is role validator? Yeah, just remove this. Now we are done this with this and like it's saying that permission not granted. Now let's just try to like I'm changing it to Varanasi, but it's already Varanasi. Like I'm going to change something else, like Kerala, and I'm going to provide a parameter now, something like that, like role is equal to admin. Okay, now let's see what happens. I'm going to provide the role and it will going to change it now. See, data is updated. If I just try to, give something like user role, it will say permission not granted, as you can see. So yes, that is working now, basically. And what is this undefined? Let's just see. Role validator, console.role. Okay, request dot role. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, okay, okay. I got it. We have to pass this role. Okay, that's why it's not working. Well, that's doesn't matter. We are the things are working now. Now we have successfully made this, and now we are going to also do the delete one. So just go to the routes and just say it's simple. It's, you can simply just copy the above code and go here and say delete. And ID is the same, and this ID we don't need this payload right now. And also we need to change this function by find by ID and delete. Okay, find by ID and delete. Data deleted. Deleted. Great. Yes, it's great. Let's just try to delete the data. So we are going to perform the operations here. And if you try to do this by user role now, as you can see, it will say permission not granted. But if I am admin, it say data is deleted. Let's just try one more thing. Like if we are just passing this, we are passing it as a parameter. Let's just pass it as a header. Okay, so I'm going to say role here. Okay, role, and I'm going to pass it like user. And here we are going to do one more thing. Role validator, and not from the now request. We are getting the data from the now headers. So request dot headers dot role. Okay, now we will get from here. And if we get that, we can simply say you don't need to put dot here basically because we have already destructured it. So now we will get the role from headers, and let's try it out like if it's working or not. We are going to go body and also delete this role whatever you are trying to do here. Let's just go to the body and we are going to change the next one to Kerala. So like if you refresh the data, the previous data was deleted because I have deleted it. The only one data will be left. This is this. And now we can see here Varanasi is already. Now we are going to change it to Kerala. Now let's just remove this ID and just say update. So we need to patch it. Now let's say, and it's a permission not granted. Let's just see what it's giving me. It's a permission not granted. Let's just see. Role validator. Here we can simply just console the role that what they are giving me, and we will say just try now, and it is giving me user. Okay, so that's why permission not granted. Now let's just say if I am going to pass the admin here, and then we can try it out and data updated. So you can also pass these things in headers, which will be not visible to user, and you can do it manually, internally all the things. Yes, that's great. So we have deleted the user, we have created the user, we have updated the user, we have also like we need to now one thing we have to do more, like we have to get the user, one single user. So what we can do here, we can simply but it's simple actually. You have to just go to the routes and we have to say here like we are getting this. So you can simply say I need that particular ID or user. Okay, so you can simply just make it async here and let data is equal to await, and you have to just user model dot find and just pass the ID of that particular thing. So we will say that ID is equal to ID, which we are getting it from here. Like I'm going to say like let ID is equal to request dot params, which will give the ID, and it will find the ID with that particular ID to this, and it will give it to the data, and we can simply say rest dot send, and we can say message messages user available, and the body, that is user data, user, like something like that, user. So just pass the data. And we have to also keep in mind that this is a asynchronous function, so we have to say try and catch, and if there is something called problems, and send message user not found. Let's just try it out. Go there, just say get and enter, and we will get the user. If you don't want this in array, so you can simply say user of 0, and now if you send the request, it will just give you the user. So next thing what we are gonna need here, our front end. So let's just start our front end journey. I think our API is completely done now. We don't need to put anything else. We have, let's just check it out. Like we have we have created all the middle pairs and all the routes, I think. And login page, we have to create the login page also there in the front end. So we will do it in front end. Sign up page, about page, home page, navigation bar. Okay, let's just do the front end part. Okay, I will continue the video now. Okay guys, we are done with the backend development. Now we are going to use the front end. So let's just create a project. Okay, go and create a new folder here and just create like mini project front end, mini project front end, right? Once it's done, just open in the, okay, just you must come here, okay. Now we are going to do a front end development by React. So let's just install create npx create React app, and name of the app. So we are going to say, just say mini. It will take some time, so I will just pause the video. Okay, so the React framework is installed now. So now we are going to go into the directory. So cd mini, and I'm going to open the instance of that folder. So Yes. So here is our project mini, and then what you are gonna do here, we need some packages that is required to make our front-end project. So basically we need first npm react router DOM. Okay, react router DOM. uh it will get this. Okay, okay. We I again forget to put I. So we need react router DOM, and after that I think, yeah, I think it's for now we just need react router DOM. And Chakra UI, we have to go to the Chakra UI website here, Chakra UI, and let's just take the get started, click on get started, and copy this particular command to install all the things for the Chakra UI needed, and it will install the things. Now we can go to the source folder and we can see here we have a app.js file which contains some of the JSX part. So let's just start the server and let's see what's there. So npm start. Okay, so it will going to start our front-end project on some port, and then okay, let's just install, and yes, starting. Yes, so our front-end project is started on the server. Now we don't need this because it is pre-built, so we are going to erase this, and we are going to create some folders here. So we need components. Okay, after that we need routes, so I will create a folder called routes. I'm so sorry. Okay, folder, and say routes. Also we need some folders called uh pages. If you want to create pages, you need that. Then you need a folder called not src, not this, new folder. And you will need scripts if you want, like, do something extra work, so we can just use scripts and import it and export it. I am just keeping it for right now as it is. The main things which we needed are now been made. Let's just create routes. So we will create all routes named components, all routes dot jsx, and we will say export default function all routes, and we will connect all routes here. Return, and we'll say routes, sorry, routes, and in this all routes we will have some route, and it will say path. Okay, the path should be home page, so we are going to create some pages. So let's just create a home page dot jsx. Okay, export default function home page, we return, and we are going to return simply a box because we are using Chakra by now, so we can use box instead of div. And we are going to say here something called home page, and like that we have to create some more pages like about page, sign page, and login page. So just make it new for not new folder but just new files, and say about page dot jsx. and go to the home page. We have to copy this out and paste here. Just change the name, about page, and just change the name to about page. Okay. Once it's done, we are going to need just a second, guys. Yeah, so now we have created two pages, and now we will need login page. So say login page dot .jsx. Next, we need register page. So just say sign up page dot .jsx. Same story, just copy it, paste it, say login page, and say login page. And again, go to the sign up page, same story, sign up page, sign up page. Okay. Now we have to connect with this to our routes. So just on home page, we are going to this and keep the element. So our element is this, like home page. Okay. And just copy this routes, and for about, just say about, and about page. So just say about page. For login, just say login, and say login page. Here we need sign up page. Say sign up page, sign up page, and says sign up. Okay. We have to I think this is not imported, so let's just import me. Okay, so now it's imported. Once it's done, now we have to go to the index file, and we have to remove this restrict and say browser router. Browser router. Okay. Also, after that, we will need Chakra provider so that we can use Chakra UI components. Chakra provider, and wrap the whole app, okay, like this. Just format document so it will look little bit better. And we are here now. Okay. So we are done with it. Now we have to just invoke our all routes to here. Now just say box, and I'm going to invoke it all routes. Okay. Once it's done, we have our all the routes ready, and we can see here this is our home page. If you want to go somewhere else, so we have to just say login. It will show login page. If you want something, go sign up. It will take you to the sign up page. If you want about page, it will take you to the about page. Basically, let's just keep it to home page. And what we are gonna do in homepage, basically we have to do simple things like a little bit of welcome text. So just say h1, okay, and we will say welcome. So in Chakra UI there is a heading, okay, heading. We can set the size by writing size here, like what kind of size you want for your heading. So I'm going to put here for Excel and say welcome, because in assignment they said welcome the people, so I said it welcome. Okay. Let's just put some images so it will looks great. Go to the Google, some great image. I'm just putting like that, great images. Let's go there and say that. So it's Valentine Day, Valentine week. So let's just put something Okay. Let's just put this one. Okay. Copy the image address. Go to your application. Now just call image tag. Okay, image Chakra UI and say src and just paste it there. Now go there and you will see an image, a nice, great image. Let's just put this in middle. So I will say margin auto. So it will become in center. Let's just give some heading. Sorry, margin. So I will say empty is equal to, just give me some 100 pixel margin and welcome. That's great. Let's just try to make about page. So for this, I'm going to use ChatGPT and I will tell her that please make a about page. Please make a description about 500 lines for about page related to nature. Keep any founder name and whatever. Okay. Okay. It will do its work. So we will just do our work. Okay. Yeah, it's working fine. So let's just put about page. So I'm going to say again, I'm going to just copy the home page heading here. Okay. And we will say about page. About page. Okay. And here we can say simply you can set text. Okay. If the size is equal to medium, if you want. So for the medium, you have to say MD, and here you can just simply put the text. Also, you can use wrap if you want. So I'm going to use wrap. I think wrap will be great. Wrap. Uh, Let me just check this out if it's imported or not. Wrap item. No, it's working. Okay, just make it wrap. What is the problem? Heading is not defined. Okay, just say heading. Let's see it's done or not. It's still writing. So let's just, okay, it's done now. Just paste there. Let's just check our about page. So go to the React application slash about. Okay, here we have about page. Let's just put some empty is equal to 100. And what we can do here, we can simply put that's great. Yes, great. If you want to put any image, you are welcome. Just put an image here, copy image address, click on it first. Okay, just click. Let me just say I want to put something called from the nature. So I'm going to use this image and there. Yes. So on the home page we have used this image. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace first this image because it is looking great. And also keep the weight should be 90%, so it looks more great. And let's just go to the home page and you'll see if it is working or not. Yes, it is working all fine. Welcome and all the things. And let's just put any image with nature here. So let's just, why every image is watermarked there? Or just first now you just copy this image. Sorry for that. Or you can simply just put there image src equal to this, and yes, and margin is equal to auto. Let's just go to the about page and see about page. Yes, it's working fine. Let's just give some margin top. We'll just give 50, and let's just give 50. Empty 50. But before that, we have to put this one so that it will apply first, then apply that. Yes, that's great. We have a login page, so we need a form. But before that, we also need a nav bar. So let's go and check a nav bar here. We are gonna use Chakra templates. Okay, I'm sorry, Chakra template. Here we will get a nav bar for your application. So as you can see here, we have a sign up and sign option also. So just copy this one. Okay, just copy this one and check if they are using any kind of interfaces or not. Otherwise, we have to use TypeScript kind of thing. So it's working fine now. We have to just go to the login page and just say this. Let's say here. Okay. I've done a mistake. I have done a mistake. We need to create a component of navigation, no? Navbar of JSX, and we will say this, and where we'll say nav bar, and let's see what are the problems they are showing here. Nav items, great. It's a TypeScript, that's why it's showing error. So just remove it if you want. Like as you can see, it's asking for the interface. So I'm not going to give any interface. Just simply say items. Yeah, great. So once it's done, just go to the all routes. No, app.js, and before all routes, we can simply say navbar. It has an error. Can't resolve supply by icons. So you have to install it. So npm. Let's just go there and see what it's saying. Supply by icons. Cannot resolve supply components. So you can just copy this. Go to the here and say npm I supply by icons. And it will install all the chapter icons you wanted for your project. Done, done, it's done. Let's just go there and you know React application and try to see that. So as you can see here, we are our navigation bar is present here, but what I can see, Why it is doing that, I don't know. Let's just go to the home page. This position is not sticky. Our top kind of no. Mm. So we can just simply go to the nav bar, and where we're returning, we can say here this one that position is fixed. Okay, and the top is equal to 0. Great. So it is working great now, and we have to also say that width should be 100%. So it will look something like this now. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have a problem, like our content is going behind it. So what we can do here, we can simply make a simple style class. Okay, this new file and style dot css, and we can create a class dot container. Okay, and we can say margin top is equal to 100, not 100, but it's called 60 pixel. Okay, and we have to just put the class name in every box of that home page or something like that, here we can say that class name is equal to this, but before that we have to import it. So import style dot css. Okay, just do this, but before I am just going to paste some in everything, like here we have to just paste it here, here, also here. Okay, and also the thing which we needed is this import, and login page, sign up page, done. Let's just check this now. I don't know why it's not working. Just refresh this out now. mm, I don't know why this is not working, because I have imported it properly. Container, class name container, uh, uh, uh wait. Mm, Okay, if it's not working this way, we can simply, what we can do, we can use margin top. Okay, because I don't know why it's not working right now, but for the timing, we can use this and do it in every page. It's depend upon you on 100 or 70, 60, whatever you want. Let's just do for everything and just keep it 60 now. And about which also sign up page is also 60. Okay. Let's just try this out now. Yeah, it's working fine for right now. Let's just go to the about page. Yes, it's great. Now, one thing you notice that these are not required for us, this all of the things. We just require these two buttons, sign in and sign up. And here we need a home page, about, and one more route is that, no, I think this home page is about. Okay. So what we can do, we can go to the nav page, nav bar. Okay. And here we can remove those things. So it's a very big one, I think. Let's just not use this one. Okay, it has very features. and we have to alterate so many things in that. What we can use it, uh, what we can use here is that I think this one is mostly I use this one, so let's just use this one. This is great one. Hmm, okay, just remove this. What happened? Yeah, just remove this and just say nav bar here, nav bar. Yes, that's working fine. And log out and all of the things in the menu divider. We don't need this. We don't need this menu list at all. Just remove it. Go there on the React application, and you can see here only one dark mode is here, light mode is here. Okay, and where is the logo? Yeah, here is the logo. Here you can choose buttons for your. If you want to use nav links, you can also use it. Maybe that would be better option for the nav links, I think. Yes. So just use nav links. And where do you wanna go? Just a second. Nav link to what? Okay. Let me check if it's so. I don't know why it's not working. Let me just see one more time. Nav link from Chakra UI. Hmm, okay, okay, okay. Okay, if it's not working, let's just use link. Okay. To to or path, whatever what they are using. Href. Okay, Href. And we are going to about. Just wait a second. Why it's not working? Nav link. React v6. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Let's just see if it's there or not. About. Okay. I think it's not working. Okay, we can use simply link here. Uh, Okay. Also, we can, it is given a simple function. So what we can do, like, I'm sorry guys, I have wasted so much of time, of course. So let's just, you know, let's just say nav link. Why it is not importing? Hmm, okay, we can just say nav link, and we can say here, let's say about. It's not giving me that. Okay, just let me pause the video and then we will start again. Yeah, okay guys, actually what happened, there was a function which is manually created some by the developer. So now that's why it is not showing there a nav link, this thing. That's why. But now what it's not showing, so we have to now move the page where we want. So nav link about, and we can simply name it like what name should be there. So as you can see here, we once now click it, we are able to move there. Okay. So sorry for that confusion. I can't figure it out. Direction row here. We need also some of the, like here, and home, and like I just make this login, sign up, and about. Okay, just say there. Okay. Here we have to create like sign up and login. So now we can see we have things which we needed. About page, sign up page, login page. Okay, login page has this. Okay, let's just see. Okay, okay. This should be login and this should be about. Now we will work on simply login and sign up. We have done whatever we wanted for the front end to show everything. So let's just work on sign up page. Okay. We need a form basically on sign up page. So we can simply create form here. So let's just return, we have returned already a box. We can, in this box we can simply say we are needed input fields. So take it from Chakra UI, and what are the things we needed here, like value, what value you want that here, and yes, some of the things like for this placeholder should be username, placeholder should be email, placeholder should be uh, a role. So we don't need a role like that. We have to make a, placeholder location. We have to make a select for that. So just go here and type select, normal select, and just use options here, option, and we can simply put the options what you want, like admin, and the value should be admin. Same as that, we need user, say user, and just say user here. And now we are going to say value is equal to whatever you want, like we can simply use it like whatever we wanted. Whichever is selected, it will get selected. On change, just wait. On change, what happened there? E dot target dot value. Okay, so here we have to pass like so, but before that we have to take let role set role youth state. Okay, and let's put here something called this. And now we have to just provide that set role is equal to e dot target dot value. So whatever the value is chosen, it will come under inside this role. Also, like this, we have to need username and all. So just say username, set username. Like that, we need to password. We did password, and we need password. Set password. Like that, we need a confirm password. So C password I pick. C password. Set C password. And like that location. Set location. Okay. And what do we need else? We have a username, email, role, location, and DOV. Of course, DOV. Let DOV set DOV equal to youth state. Whatever your DOV is, it will go inside that. And now just change it to here we have to change it like we have to set the username, and we have to set this to email. Okay, just let me check if it is the email. Okay, no email, so let's make email also here. Email set email. Okay, so email is here, and now we need password to be there. So here first change to location. Now need password. So password and placeholder should be password is equal to sorry placeholder equal to password. Now we need a type here. So type should be password. Okay. And here this type should be email. Email. Type password email and date of birth. So here you can change check a date here. Okay. Date. If not date, but say date kind of DOB and type should be date of birth. Date. And I think it's done now. We are ready to take the inputs. Uh, we can keep these all in one box or something called it. So let's just say keep in box and let's just put all the things. We can make weight should be 40% and just margin should be auto. Okay, so it will be in what we can say. Let's just make this make a button here. So make a registration, which makes a registration button, and we can say sign up, and we can check on click. this imported or not button. Okay. Here we have to also set like what it is, like whenever the value get changes, we have to set it to, so we have to set it here also. So we will say set on change in everything, like on change. We want E, and it should be E set username E dot target dot value. Just you have to copy this all and paste in every you know input field. Also here we have to say confirm password. Now let's just change the set email, set location, set password, set C password, and here say C password, and here we have to set DOB. Okay, and on the click we have to create one object which will keep all the data here and send whatever wherever we want. So let's just make this function async because we are going to register the user. So let's just do that, and let user is equal to, and we will say username should be username. Now next thing should be uh, password should be password, and one more role should be role. Now location should be location, and what we needed DOB should be DOB. Okay. Do we need anything else? Do we need anything else? We have a role, email, username, password, location, DOB. And when we have to do this, when our if C password is equal to password, then we have to do this thing. Else we can simply say we can keep it like that. What we can do here, we can simply check it here. If C password is equal to password, and we will check not is equal to, okay, not is equal to password, then we will say console.log or alert. We have to set alert. Okay, alert password not matching, and simply say return. Otherwise it will going to create a user like that, and it will going to use Axios. So we need Axios library here, so I will going to say npm I Axios. Okay. Great. Now we can say let data is equal to Axios, await Axios dot post, and we are going to post on HTTP localhost. Okay, localhost, and it should be 4000, and we are going to post on user, and we are going to make register. Okay, register the user, and we are going to set the payload. So payload should be user. Okay, we are sending the user payload, and it will going to register in the database. So let's just say this console.log response. Okay, console.log response. So I'm going to say data. What is the data? Whenever something is coming from data, let's see. So okay, uh, admin and user. Great. Here we have to change to option value should be empty, and here we have to say select role. And this is not working as we wanted. So what we can say here, use vstep. Okay, use vstep. That's some, even if you want, you can use flags. Yeah, flags should be more better, I think. Just use flags and say direction. Okay. Say direction should be column. Great. And say a line item should be center. Hmm. Yes. Wait. Let's just give a gaps of something. Okay. Gap. Just give 10. It's so much. Let's just give 6. Yes, that will work. So you have to use username, email, password, and all. And here you have to use date of birth. So I'm going to use today as a date of birth like that. Okay. And username you have to put something like SK or anything like that. And sk@gmail.com. And password should be, let's just put something else. SK. Okay. What is that? Location. So location should be Varanasi. I don't know why it's filling automatically here. Password should be SK123. Confirm password SK12. Let's just try to enter something else. Sign up. It's a password not matching. Great. Let's just try to put SK123, and let's just open the console. Okay, we are successfully receiving the data, and it says status okay. Okay, and the data should be here like message user registered successfully. Once we get this message, that means user is registered successfully. So what we can do, we can simply copy this. Okay, and we can simply check it here like if data, what is that? If data.message. So we can say here if data dot message is equal to this. We can simply say alert user alert, same thing, like user registered successfully. Else we can say alert data dot message. Or I can say say the same thing. Something it will give you. Let's just try one more thing. Like I'm going to say 1 2 3 4, and here SKK, and yeah, everything is same. Okay, it says network connection. Okay, what is saying that network error? Oh, connection refused on this one. Okay, just select the role also, like admin or something. Just refresh it and then check this out. Say username is this, email is this @gmail.com. Okay. And let's give this something called Mumbai, and let's just say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Whatever above, copy in this one also. Okay, it's not working there. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Whatever the date is there, we can just put something like that and just sign up. Why it is giving me network error? Okay, we haven't selected a role here. Okay, so just select user and just try to post there. Okay, it's again giving me the same thing. Why? Network error every time I'm getting. Let's just check this out. Is this working or not? Our server. Okay, our actually server is crashed. That's why it's not giving the things. User validation failed, and the thing is, reason undefined. Okay, require role. Okay. I got it. We have to just go to the index.js file and say something like that, so it can restart the server. And now if we try to post that data, you can see user registered successfully. Okay, let's just check our MongoDB. Is it actually taking the user or not? Refresh it. Hmm, it's actually not taking the data, I think. Let's just check this. Okay, it's crashing every time, and I don't know why it's crashing. User validation failed. Path email is required. Email is required. Okay, we are not passing the email here. Okay, we forgot about the email. That's why the validation got failed. So let's just try now, and let me just remove this, and let's just say okay. It's okay. Actually, we haven't changed something there, so that's it. Yeah, now it will work. Sign up. And yes, user registered successfully. Let's try. So we are going to check our MongoDB and refresh it. As you can see, here we have one more data is there. Okay. We have typed something like that and it's working fine. Also, we are getting the role, that what is the role of the particular user. So yeah, that's working fine. Like now, let's just delete that particular thing because we want something sensible data that makes sense. Otherwise, we will not able to perform some operations that we needed to do. So now I'm going to simply send one more user that should be with some great name like SAURABH and 123. So 123 is my user, and here we have to say SAU4478 at the rate gmail.com, and it should be Varanasi. Let's just give the admin, and password should be 123456 123456, and the date of birth should be, suppose I want to be like that only, and just say user registered successfully. Great. Let's just check this out. Refresh. Yes, as you can see, our user registered successfully. Now let's try to make a login form like that only, and we will see that it's also going to work. Sign in page. Then we will create delete user page where we will get all the users, and we will update the user or something like that. Okay. So yes, we are done here. Now go to the just what we can do here, just copy this, and we are not going to work again that much. And here we can simply, we need username and password, so we can simply remove all of these things. Okay, and we will need two pages, I'm saying, uh two input fields basically, username, and first we will need username. Let's just copy the whole, you know flex box. Go to the login page and just say here load state. Here we will need that. Also, we have to make sure that all the data should be components should be imported. So let's just import all the things. And it's already imported. It's already imported. We needed this only, so we will make sure we don't need this. Location, we don't need this. Password, we don't need this. Yeah, we need button, so we will import it. Also, we don't need this, and we have to just send the user and a password as a user payload, and we are going to send it to login. Okay, and data should be whatever the things are coming. I don't know what is the data is coming, but let's just first, console.log data, and either here you can say login. I think all the things are done now. We don't need anything to do. Let's just go to the login page and see what it's saying. Here it's saying Axios is not imported, so let's just import the Axios here and just go to the login page. Great. We have never. We have, so let's just put 1 2 3 4 5 6 and send login. As you can see, it is saying username and password may be wrong. Okay. Username and password. Okay, username is basically wrong because I haven't used username. Like I have used username like this or of 1 2 3. Now let's just put this. Yeah, it's done. We can see here login successful, and token is here, and user detail is here, and role is also giving like what is the role of the person. Yes, that's it. Now we have to simply put these things in a Redux, and after that, after using that particular thing, we can get anywhere all of the user data we want. Okay, let's just pause the code. Yeah, so okay everyone, now we are going to use Redux. So basically we have to install Redux dependencies. So let's say npm react Redux, and just say I React Redux, and here we have to use also Redux, and one more thing, that is thunk, Redux thunk. Install them. So it will take some time, and once it's done, we have to create a Redux folder here. Okay, so I'm going to create a folder called Redux, and in this folder we have to create three things: types dot, like this is a authentication, so we will use auth dot types dot js. Okay, the next thing we need is auth dot actions dot js, and the next thing we need is going to be store dot js. Now also we need one more thing, that is auth dot reducer dot js. Let's just make the types. So basically there will be two types, that is add token and delete token. Okay, so I'm going to say const add token, and here we are gonna set the add token, like kind of add token, and export it. And there should be one more type, should be delete token, and here we are going to say delete. Now we have to define the reducer function, so it will take only one token variable. Okay, so I'm going to say let initial state is equal to, should be token and auth. Okay, so this should be token, and I'm going to take, right now it's null, okay, in previously, and auth should be, it will go, it is true or false, so it will be false initial. Now let's just say const export const reducer. So I'm going to say reducer. Okay, reducer is equal to, here we're going to say state, and state is equal to initial state, and we are going to get action here. So let's just actions. Now we are going to state and action, basically just give it action. Okay, now we are going to destructure it. Okay, so let's state like type and payload will be inside actions. Now we are going to switch for type, and we will check if case is equal to our add token. So we will return, like we are going to return initial state, and we will say token is equal to whatever the payload is there. Okay, and you can say set auth to true. Okay, now the second case is false, not false, like if you delete token, we have to say return, and we are gonna expand it state, and say token is equal to this, and auth is equal to false. So this should be the things we have to check. And in default case, like if there is some more another uh, action, we have to say that, let me just check it out. Yes, we have to simply return the state, whatever the state is, return state. Now we are going to in the storage, and we have to say that we need legacy create store. So we'll say const export const store is equal to legacy create store, and here we have to pass the reducer. So basically we have to take reducer here. So we'll say const reducer is equal to, well, I don't remember here what is the process of that. Hmm. It's a reducer, and then we have to, okay, we can simply pass here reducer, okay, whatever the reducer I have, like auth reducer, and here we have to pass apply middleware, and this in this apply middleware we have to pass thunk, okay. So once it's done, we have to go to the index.js, and here we have to provide the provider, okay, provider. We will see here this one, and now we have to just press enter and take this to down, and just provide the provider as like this, like store is equal to store, okay, and import it here. Now it's done. Now we have access of all the things. So what we can do here, when we go to the login page, we can simply call that you know state, and let's just check this out. We are going to need token and auth, okay, or you can simply just check auth, okay, auth is equal to, here we have to say use selector, okay, selector, and we will pass state, and in this state we have to return the state. Now this state has all the things, like if I'm consoling it, console log and say auth, let's just check what is given, and it says 12, login page 12, it says false, auth is equal to false, okay, it's giving me the data, like there is no whatever you can say. Let me just refresh it once. Yes. Yeah. So when it is going to true, it is going to true whenever we are going to log in, okay. So once the user get logged in, okay, we have to check here data.message. So now we can just if we click there, just 1 minute, just comment for sometimes, and we are going to see what happens if we provide the data here. Okay, now we can see here in the message it says user and password may be wrong. Of course, we have provided the user here SAURAVH and 123. Let's log in, and we are getting the data, and it says user and password may be wrong. So maybe 1 2 3 4 5 6, and just say one more time, and we are receiving a message login successful. So we have to copy this, okay, and check this, that if it is there, then instead of doing alert, we have to dispatch the action. Okay, so right now we haven't done the action thing, so let's just do that. We'll go to the actions, and here we have to say const whatever the name, like export const add token. Okay, add token, or you can say login, simply whatever you want. Just say login, and you have to say like this. Okay. So here we have to pass that token basically. Okay, once we will receive the token from there, and we have to pass it there. And here we need dispatch. Basically, we don't need any yeah, you need dispatch function. Dispatch, because we are using thunk. Okay, so on the first state we will going to login. So we are simply going to say let we can say simply dispatch. Okay, dispatch, and we can simply say token. No, type, and the type is add token. Okay, and the next thing we are going to need is payload, and the payload should be token. Okay, and for the logout we are going to say, this is for logout. We don't need any token, we need just dispatch, and here we'll say delete token, and no need to send a payload. You can go to the reducer, and if there is any payload, you can just replace it. So there is no token. Okay. Now otherwise, if you want to send a payload, you can just simply send null over there. Okay. uh, so you don't need to do that. You can simply, what you can do here, you can simply say null, that is it. Now once it's done, we have to go to login page, and we have we have uh we have to check it, like here, if login successful, what we're gonna do, we are gonna dispatch. So we have to take dispatcher const dispatch, okay, is equal to use dispatch, sorry, use dispatch. Now this dispatcher function will going to call here, and we will pass the function dispatch, and we are going to pass uh login. Okay, the login which we have created in action, and we are going to pass the token. So we are going to say data dot token. Okay, we have the token now. Also I think we can also send just not token, we can simply send let me just check this out. Okay, we will also need a username and role now. So what we can do here, we can just modify our here. Okay, username null, and role also. role null. So here we will say just in payload we will say here payload dot token. Okay, username dot is equal username is equal to payload dot username, and here we'll say what we have a role is equal to payload dot role. Okay, and here the same things we will have to username null, role null, and yes, that's it. I think we have the four things we have already. Yes, that's it. Now go to the login page, and here we are dispatching this token. Now we have to dispatch in object everything now, and we are going to pass here username, sorry, data.message. What happened? Excuse me. Here we have to say not a token. Okay. And here to pass token. Next thing we are getting it user details. So we are passing username and saying data dot user details, and we are passing from the username. Okay, and the same thing we are going to need again, and here we have to say role role. Okay, because we have the data, like if we log in, okay, this it got reset here. So I'm going to say save 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just say okay, and as you can see now, here's the data, and in that data there is a message, token, and user details, and in that user detail we have role, and admin, all about the things. As you can see here, role is called role and all the things. So we have successfully done this, and if you check here, like just not auth, we can check token and role, username. It will all give you from the Redux. So let's just try it out. Okay, this username is just crashing with this one. So what we can do here, we can simply say here user. Okay, actually we are just initializing this with this now. This is what we are doing. Token, role, and user. Sorry, user. Let's just check this out. Yes, we are getting it. Token, admin, username. That's great. What we can do now? Yeah. So we are setting all the things in our Redux, and we can simply check here if auth. Then what we can do, we can simply say just just move to the home page basically whenever it says. So what we can do here, we can just do this in private routing. So we can create a private route. So I am going to create a private route like this. Private route in .js. What I will do, I will just take these all the things in that particular route, like export default function private route. Okay, and it will actually take children Okay, and by this we are going to first say return whatever we want, children. So we will check if auth is there. Okay, so we'll return home page. We can say if not auth, then we can simply say just go to the login page. So what we can do here, we can say login page. What it will do, it will take a children and like which we are passing here, and it will take if auth is there or not. If auth is there, then it will going to return the same children, but if it's not, then it will going to return the login page. It's simple as that. So and we can do that in here. We can just wrap the things in like that. So let's just wrap the things in home page. Okay, I will say a private routing here, and I will just gonna paste this in inside this. So what happens if we just if the user is not there, it will going to, okay, use select is not defined. Great. We have to go to the private routing and just import this one. And as you can see, we are on the login page. But as long if you want to go like just a second, go to the nav bar and this logo, just make it convert into home page. Home page. Okay, and just say nav link and say to there. Okay. Now click on it. It will be going to take you to the home page. Okay. Now click on login. It will going to click on login. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just refresh it, and it will taking me to the login page because we are not logged in actually. We will try to go there, but it will not going to take you to there. Okay. But as you are going to log in, okay, so 123 and password is 123456 and login, and you are see you can just log in there. Okay, and also these are buttons are showing, but you can just manage it by your logics. Like if there is a auth, you don't need to show it, and as well as like if it's login right now. So what I'm going to do, we will take this one. Where I have written our private routing, we will take this one. Okay, and keep in the nav bar. Okay, nav bar. What you can do here, we can just simply export this here. I use selector, and here we can change the logic. Like if uh if auth, suppose if just do that like that. If auth, okay, if auth, then just say log out. Okay, or you can say if not auth and execute like that. If not auth, then you will show login, otherwise don't show. As the same way we can say here, sign up. So if there is false, then it will show login, otherwise it will not show. And we can just create one more button here like that, button, and just say on click. Okay, what it will do on click, it will actually going to, like, I'm going to use a dispatcher here. So const dispatch is equal to use dispatcher and say dispatch our delete function. So let dispatch our logout. Okay, it will just dispatch our logout function here. So and when it will show, like, I'm going to say display, only say display. Okay, if auth and block, like you can check here, like if auth then block. Okay, else none. That's it. Check this out. Okay, logout is not defined. Great. So what we can do here, we can just import again. Yes, it's done now. So yes, it's login already. So we have to also give the button name. So say log out. Once I just click on logout, it will redirect me to login page. See, let's just go to the sign page, login page, but you can't access the home page. You can access the about page if you want. You can also private route it basically. You can go to the private routing, and then you have to, you know, here we have to just go there, and we have to just say like this, private route. I'll do like this. It depend upon you, like how you are using. As the question said, like once logged in, it will redirect to the. There should be welcome node on the practice scaling all the things. Sign up page. Once login is done, authenticate login, the middleware done. User is able to log in. It should take to the user to the home page. Okay, this is what it is saying. Okay. So now we will try to, move to the about page. It will again throw me the login page. And once it's, let's just say I'm going to log in again. And 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Oh, I said not 7 6. See, we are logged in. And you can also move to the home page. But once you logged out, you are not able to move anywhere. See, I think you like this video, and let's see on what are the things we have to do more. We have created login, sign up, password, confirm password, about page, anything that we can use here. More navigation bar. Yeah, if you want to make the, admin panel kind of thing, like we can delete or whatever. So if you want to do that kind of thing, you need to first retrieve all the users, and then there we have to take all the things, uh, like data, and we have to make UI for that basically, so that we can edit all the things. If you want that also, we can make it. Uh, we have to just do that. You have to create a page for admin page. Mhm. You have to create it from scratch for that. Okay, we will start in some minutes. Okay, we'll make also that. Okay, so we are going to make an admin page now. Admin.jsx basically. Okay, and what we are going to do here, here we will create that admin route. Okay, not everyone can access the admin. So admin.jsx. Okay, and no, I have done the wrong thing. Admin route. Okay, admin route. Now export default function, and it will take a children here, whatever the children you want, like everything, whatever. Yes. Like admin route, okay, the name, and admin route, sorry, children. Okay, and we will again, we will what we're gonna need, we're gonna need const, and we will take role here. Okay, we'll check role is equal to use selector, and we will say state, and we will pass state, sorry, state dot okay, just a state, and we will check if role of the user is admin, equal to admin. Okay, we will check it. If it is admin, we will return the whatever the children we want. uh if let's just check not is equal to admin. Okay, if it's not is equal to admin, we will return home page. Okay, simply return home page, or else return uh admin page. Admin, no, sorry, admin. Okay, the admin page is not text. I haven't made admin page yet. So export default function and admin, and here we have to return a box, whatever you want, just like empty, equal to, make it 60 pixel. Just go down there, and we are going to now say admin route, and here we will say admin. Now we have to connect this with our route, so we'll say admin. We will say admin, and also the path should be admin. Okay, and here we'll say here, let's just admin protect with the admin route, and yeah, that's it. If uh if not is equal to admin, okay, the role is not, if not is equal to admin, it will return to the home page. If it is admin, it will return to the admin page. Okay, that's the thing. So let's just check this out. We are going to our React app, and it's a box is not defined. Very good. Just go there, and so where it is, I mean, admin route is not defined. Great. Go to the all routes and say admin route. Okay. Yeah. Now we have to also make, let's say admin page here first, admin page, and we have to also make a button in the admin route and all the things, home page and all routes. Where do we have to go? In the nav bar, and here we are gonna say like this button. Okay, here we are going to do admin, and we on that it will redirect me to where. So what we can do here, we can simply use nav. Actually, we don't need that. We can simply use nav links. That would be great. Okay, and two, and here we are going to pass to the admin, and After that, yes, if you want to make a display of it true or false, so just do display and just check if a role is equal to uh equal to admin basically. So admin, then give a block. I can say set it block, otherwise none. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So let's just check this out. We are showing right now, and just go to the login page. I think why it's showing, I don't know. Go to the admin. Yes, I think display property is not working in this nav link. I think so. So what we can do here, we can simply wrap it up. Okay, we can say wrap, and we can simply give to this one, and not this. Is the role available or not here? Yeah, it is there. Oh, if it is admin, if the role is admin, it will going to see, it will going to display. If otherwise it will not. So as you can see that now it's not displaying because the role is the user is not authenticated basically. So now we can, what we can do here, we can simply go to the login and simply log to the user, which 123 and 1 2 3 4 5 6, log in there. And now we are showing a admin page here, and you can just navigate to the admin page simply. Um, but what we want at, we need a different user, okay, for user kind of thing. Let's just say sk sk@gmail.com, and here we have to say Mumbai, and password should be 123 123. Let's give any date here, today or any date, and sign up. User registered. Go to the login page, and now just try to log with that account. sk. Okay, I think user is not registered. It's I don't know why it's okay. Hmm, there is something problem, I think. Add is unport add is not. Okay, let's just refresh the page. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. I think there is some problem. I haven't selected the role actually. I'm going to give a role here, and let's just put something called sk1, and email should be sk1@gmail.com, and here we will say Mumbai, and here we will say 1234 1234, and we are going to say any date and going to sign up. Okay, I think our server was crashed before, that's why it was not working. Let's just put something like that. Okay, now we will make sign up, and it says user is registered successfully. Now if we go to the login page and try to log in that sk1 and 1234 and make login, as you can see we are successfully logged in. Okay. And here is the data actually, uh, but it's in the different form, I think. We are receiving the data, but it's in different form. I don't know Why exit? So okay, okay. What we can do now? Here actually we have logged in, but we are not redirected to the home page basically. So the problem is that we are not doing this in login page. Okay, where is login page? We are not checking this in the login page. What you can do here, we can just make a use effect. Okay, or you can say check if uh, auth. Okay, if auth, we can simply redirect to the login page. That's what we can also do. So let's just make that. So if auth, we are going to use navigate basically. Let nav is equal to, okay, use navigate and say here nav, and do like this and return, just return. Now if you go, you can see here we are here now. Just try to again log in with that account sk, and let's just refresh it first. Okay, and just try with the account sk 1234 1234, and as you can see we are now redirected to there. Okay. But what we are trying to do here is I forget about that. What we are trying to do, we have created the user, and yeah, the thing is, this is the user is now user, that's why it's not showing the admin thing. But if I try to log in as an admin now, which as an admin, say vh 123 and 12345 6, the admin will show you. Okay, as you can see the admin is showing because the role of the person is admin now. That's great. Now let's go to the admin page and make a simple form there, like what we are going to change there. So I'm going to make a simple admin page basically, where an input box will accept a ID. Okay, input value, and it will take ID, and on change it will do set ID is equal to e dot target dot value. Okay, and we can simply just make a use state. Let id set id is equal to, and use state. What we can do here, we can put this thing here, and this id will be there, and it will set the whatever the id we are going to put there. And once we get the id, we are going to need the field, so we will select, and whatever the field you want to change. So let me just say options, and value should be like suppose name, username. You can say you want to change username. Okay, one value should be location, one value should be called dob, one value should be role, but yeah, we can also change the role actually, and one value should be email. uh, Maybe you can change also password if you are admin, and then we have to just say location, dob, role, email, password. Okay, and here one button called name as button, and this it says alter. Okay, we are altering the data. So on click, I want that to take this ID, and also we have one more button, that is delete option. So we will also make it, but before that we are going to see how we can do that. Like if you want to delete, I think we can just simply put here one more button called delete. I'm just making a simple database, like teaching you CRUD operations. So let's just say okay, and say delete, and here we will pass ID and we will delete it. So these all tasks are going to be async. So make a async functions. Okay, and now we can just say let data is equal to axios dot. So let make a wait and axios dot delete, and just pass the URL http localhost 4000, get to the user, and we are gonna say yeah, just delete it. So on the user we will make a delete request, and it will going to delete it, and also we'll going to pass the ID. So of course we need ID for that. So we are passing the ID from here. So let's just say $, and uh, whatever you wanna send there, like yeah, ID. Actually, where do we get the ID from? We will get the ID from here, this thing. Okay, ID. I can see it's actually not taking the instance of that particular thing. I think maybe it's taking on, we are not able to see that. Also, we can set here options. So we are trying to send headers where we are doing the header name is role, and we are pasting the role of that particular thing, so particular person. So I'm going to say we are going to need const role is equal to use selector, sorry selector, and we are going to say state, and we are going to pass the role of the person, and if it's admin it will going to delete the data, if it's not, it will not going to delete the data. So yes, it is now done. I think we will able to delete the data also, and we can simply console, or we can simply alert. Okay, whatever you want to do, like I'm gonna alert it, alert data dot message, simple. And now we have also this change button, alter button. Basically what it will do, whatever the selection you have given, it will make an object of it, and it will, like I'm going to make the option like uh, key. Okay, const key, and we will say set key equal to use state. Now the key will be come from here, so it will say value equal to key, and we will say that here on change, what we are gonna do, we are gonna take that key and e dot target dot value. Okay, we are getting that value here, and we are going to provide that key which we are going to retrieve. So let object, and we will say key Basically we are going to say key is like that, something like that. Key is this, and the data should be whatever the things we are going to change here in this. Yeah, we will need also input for changing the data. So let's say it will be const value value set value is equal to use state, and we will say just take this value and do it here, keep it here, and we will say value is equal to value, and on change we want that to be e dot target dot value. Whatever the value is going to be there, we are going to change it. Yeah, so now we are going to make a request. Let data is equal to await axios dot update, or you can say patch, and we are going to say http local host, give a 4000 to it, and here user, just check this out, yeah, user, and give a id to it. So I'm going to give doll id here from here, and we are going to set headers. Now header should be have role, and the role should be role which we are getting. And we can simply say console.log data data message, and we are passing also the object here. So let's just say body or something, or data. Why it's not taking? Okay, I think we have to do something like that here. Okay, just don't do like that. We have to pass header, then we have to pass method, and method should be delete here, and same like that we are going to use patch here. So we have to axios and say method equal to patch, and data should be our object. It will go with the id, and it will just take the uh, data, and it will just change it basically with the value. Okay, the set value is not set in that particular thing, so let me check why it is not. Okay, set value, we have to give this set id, and also we have to make sure that set e is equal to this. Check everything is done. Yeah, it's done. Now let's just check this out. Okay, make this this code like that. Make it in the v stack, maybe it will work, or flex. Okay, flex will work, I think. Flex direction column. Okay, just give me a column. Direction column, and width should be 40%. Okay, and margin should be auto if you want. Gap should be 6. Yeah, I think it's good. Username, location, DOB, whatever you want. And select change. So basically you can change whatever you want to change. Like I'm gonna change username and okay, just put this here, something like that. Uh, Placeholder, enter user ID. Okay, and placeholder, enter value. Mhm. Like we will need here a user ID first. So let's just go to the MongoDB. Here we have, and now I'm going to refresh first. Like there are so many data items, or maybe two only. I don't know. Yeah, I have three more data. So I want to change that this SW. Okay, just copy this. I'm gonna change this username. Okay, not username, but role, not role. Just change the location. So go to the React application, enter the ID, change the location, not DOB, just location. Okay, and enter the value. So I'm going to say Mumbai, and I'm gonna say alter. Cast to object field for the value this. Okay, okay. Casting is failed. Okay, basically, I think thing is this one. I think it's not working properly as I thought. Check this out. If I just define things here, it's not taking that. I don't know why. Okay, 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 okay. I got it. Why it's not in that. Basically, we are not using backticks. Just we are using single ticks, like in order.com. That's right. That's my bad. Sorry. Okay, then now it will work. Hope so. And the user ID. So here it is. Okay, not this. Go to the here and just copy it and do this and change the select. What do you want to change? Varanasi and just say alter data updated. Great. Let's just see the refresh. What we have set there on the React application. We have set the Varanasi. Okay. I think it was already Varanasi. And let me just change Bangalore. Okay. Bangalore. Just alter it. Okay, data updated, and we are going to check again. Bangalore, Bangalore. Yeah, of course, it's working fine. Great. Go to the again to the particular thing, and let's try to delete that data. Data deleted. Great. Let's just try this. Let me refresh it first. As you can see, there was only two data available. There is only two data available. But before that, we have three data that has a Bangalore also. So that's it. I think that's enough for this video. I think that I have covered all the things that is needed for us for this video. And thank you so much. If you like this video, you can subscribe it, but I think you this video is so long. But if you wanna learn something from scratch, and then you want to handle every error and all the things, like how development is done, so you have to watch this video till end, so that you can handle all the errors. Like I am handling everything in front of you, like what's wrong, what is going wrong in every step. So um this is our application now. As you can see, you can go on home page, and you can go to the, if for admin you can change, like if I am going to change my role, let's see what happens. Let's just go to the, but basically we are not fetching the data again, so it will be remain same, I think. So it doesn't matter. So that's it. I think this is enough for this video, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care, and please like, share, subscribe if you want. Thank you so much.